Picture this. You're cooking up a delicious meal in the comfort of your kitchen, oil simmering in the pan. You're feeling confident, maybe even adventurous, when suddenly, disaster strikes. The oil gets too hot, a spark flares, and flames leap out of the pan, threatening to engulf everything in their path. Instinct kicks in, and your first thought is to grab a glass of water or head for the sink. But wait. What if I told you that pouring water onto that fire could turn your kitchen into an inferno in a matter of seconds? It seems so simple. Water puts out fires, right? But when it comes to oil fires, that's where science steps in with a life-saving warning. Water and oil are a dangerous mix. In fact, adding water to an oil fire doesn't extinguish it, it explodes it. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating science behind why putting water on an oil fire is one of the worst mistakes you could ever make, and more importantly, how to handle such fires the right way. So, stay with us as we uncover this fiery truth that could save your home and your life. Welcome back to our channel, The Stuffed Capsicum, where we serve up an enticing mix of educational and entertaining content. To understand why water and oil fires don't mix, we need to first understand the anatomy of a fire. Fires require three elements, often referred to as the fire triangle: heat, fuel, and oxygen. Remove any one of these elements, and the fire will go out. Heat is needed to raise materials to their ignition point. Fuel feeds the flames, whether that's wood, paper, or in this case, cooking oil. Oxygen is what allows the fire to continue burning. In the case of an oil fire, the cooking oil is the fuel. When heated to its smoking point, which can be anywhere between 375 degrees Fahrenheit to 450 degrees Fahrenheit, or for normal people, 190.6 degrees Celsius to 232.2 degrees Celsius, depending on the type of oil, the oil can ignite, forming flames that feed off the oxygen in the air. But why is oil such a dangerous fuel compared to other substances? The answer lies in its chemical properties. To truly grasp why water is an oil fire's worst enemy, we need to look closely at the chemistry of oil and water. Here's the key. Oil is less dense than water, which means it floats on top. More importantly, oil is hydrophobic, meaning it doesn't mix with water. If you've ever tried shaking a bottle of oil and water together, you'll know they stubbornly separate into two layers. That's because the molecular structure of oil and water is different. Water molecules are polar, while oil molecules are nonpolar. So what happens when you throw water on an oil fire? The water, being denser, sinks below the oil. This is where the real danger begins. Now, imagine a pan filled with burning oil. If you pour water into that fire, the water immediately sinks below the oil because it's denser. However, oil fires burn at extremely high temperatures, often well over 300 degrees Celsius, 572 degrees Fahrenheit. At this temperature, water doesn't just stay liquid, it instantly vaporizes into steam. And here's where the explosion happens. 1 liter of water, when exposed to such high temperatures, rapidly expands to 1,700 liters of steam. This sudden conversion forces the oil to be splattered and dispersed. With the oil now spread over a much larger surface area, it meets even more oxygen in the air, fueling the fire and causing a massive fireball. Instead of extinguishing the flames, you've now created an out-of-control inferno that's incredibly difficult to manage. Let's take a look at real-life examples of how dangerous this can be. There have been countless recorded incidents where people, out of panic or misinformation, attempted to douse an oil fire with water, leading to catastrophic consequences. One famous case happened in London, where a restaurant kitchen went up in flames after a chef poured water onto a deep fryer fire. The result? An explosion so intense it caused third-degree burns to 2 workers and destroyed the kitchen. Another case in the US saw a home destroyed after an individual tried to use a garden hose on a small grease fire. The water, instead of putting out the fire, turned the small blaze into a fireball that consumed the kitchen in seconds. So, if water isn't the answer, what should you do when faced with an oil fire? Here are some tried and tested methods to safely put out the flames. 1. Turn off the heat. The first step is to cut off the heat source, stopping the oil from getting hotter and feeding the fire further. 2. Cover the pan with a metal lid or a cookie sheet. This blocks the fire's access to oxygen, effectively suffocating it. Remember, without oxygen, a fire can't survive. 3. Use a fire extinguisher. Specifically, a Class K fire extinguisher is designed for kitchen fires involving grease and oils. If you don't have one of these, a Class B extinguisher will also work. 4. Throw baking soda or salt on the fire. Both baking soda and salt can help smother flames by cutting off the oxygen supply. However, this method is only effective for small fires. But never, ever use flour, sugar, or water to try to put out an oil fire. Flour and sugar are combustible and can actually make the fire worse. Now let's dig a little deeper into the physics of what's happening when water interacts with burning oil. At the core, it's all about the rapid temperature change and the phase transition from liquid to gas. When water vaporizes, it creates an explosive force because gases take up much more space than liquids. This rapid expansion is what flings the burning oil into the air. The oil droplets become aerosolized, and as they hit oxygen, they ignite into an even larger fireball. Prevention is always better than cure. While it's important to know how to deal with an oil fire, preventing it from happening in the first place is the best course of action. Here are some safety tips. Never leave cooking oil unattended on a hot stove. Oil can reach its smoking point very quickly, especially in high heat situations. Keep a lid nearby when frying or deep frying. If a fire starts, you'll have something to immediately cover the flames. Be mindful of the temperature. Use a thermometer when deep frying to ensure the oil doesn't overheat. Fire safety isn't just about knowing how to put out a fire, it's about understanding the science behind it. The interaction between oil, water, and fire is a powerful reminder of how nature's elements can turn something ordinary into something dangerous. But with knowledge, we gain control. In many ways, this story is about more than just fires. It's about the importance of understanding the world around us and how small actions, like pouring water on a fire, can have huge unintended consequences. As we go through life, it's worth remembering that science doesn't just explain the big mysteries of the universe. It can save lives, one small flame at a time. So the next time you see oil starting to smoke on the stove, think twice, stay calm, and remember the simple lesson: water and oil fires don't mix. And that brings us to the end of another captivating journey with the stuffed capsicum. Thank you so much for joining us today and being a part of our global community of knowledge seekers. Remember to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our exciting videos filled with fascinating facts, surprising discoveries, and a touch of AI magic. Stay stuffed with knowledge by exploring our diverse playlists, and be sure to share your favorite videos with friends and family. We appreciate your support and can't wait to continue serving up a delectable mix of educational and entertaining content. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep those stuffed capsicums of wonder rolling. Hey, Capsicum crew! I hope you're enjoying our content as much as we love creating it for you. But here's the thing. Making these videos takes a lot of time, love, and resources. From the research to editing, every bit of support helps us keep going, and we want to keep growing and delivering even more exciting content for you. That's where you come in. We've set up a Ko-Fi page where you can support the channel by donating, and every little bit helps. Whether it's a one-time contribution or something small regularly, it goes a long way in helping us create more content and keep the channel thriving. Plus, you'll be directly contributing to the next big video you see here. If you love what we're doing and want to be a part of the journey, you can find us at ko-fi.com with the handle at the stuffed capsicum, or the link is in the bio. Your support means the world to us, and we couldn't do it without you. Thanks for watching, supporting, and being part of the stuffed capsicum family. Let's keep exploring, learning, and having fun together.